When you think of a parent communication log, you often think of those marble composition notebooks that you're scrambling to write notes in at the end of the school day before sending it home in a backpack. Now you can use Google to eliminate the scrambling and to create a simple communication tool between school and home. I'm going to show you how to create a digital communication log or notebook 2 ways. First, I'm going to use Google Drive and Docs to create a communication log digitally. So I go to my Drive page and I click on New. And I'm going to create a new folder. And I'm going to title it Parent Communication Log. And I'm going to click Create. Next, I'm going to color code it, just so it's easier to find. I can change the color depending on the student or the class that student's in. Next, I'm going to open my parent communication log by clicking on it. Next, I'm going to share my communication log with parents. So I go down to Share here. And I'm going to share this via email. Now, depending on your choice, you can either allow the parents to edit or view only. You can always add others to the parent communication log. For instance, if you'd like to share with the special education teacher or other teachers that you teach with on your team, you can share it with them also, just by entering their names or email addresses here. That way, anyone who you share the folder with can read the communication log or comment on it. Next, I'm going to create a new folder inside the parent communication log. I'm going to organize my parent communication log by time, and each folder is going to represent a month. So I'm going to start with September. You can organize it by week, by subject, however you'd like to set it up. Now I've just clicked on my September folder because I'm going to make my first entry into my log. I'm going to click New, Google Doc. Depending on how you want to organize it, you can make very informal entries. This is just an example of a letter format. So I created the Google Doc and just typed a letter entry onto the doc in the folder. Parents can then read this because the folder is shared with them. They can also click comments to reply to the entry or type directly in the doc if they have editing privileges. A parent reply might look something like this. Each time you want to make a new entry, you simply go into the September folder, or whatever month you're on, and create a new doc. You can then make your entry just like the one you did before. It might be a good idea to make the title of the document the date that you are recording. You can also create a template in a Google Doc to make a copy of each time you want to make an entry into your digital parent communication log. To do this, just go into the main folder, Parent Communication Log, click New, Google Doc, title it Communication Log Template, insert a table into your doc. This basic template points out things to praise and things to work on for that student, and it's broken down by subject. Depending on who I've shared it with, other teachers can also comment. Each day, I can make a copy of this template I can type my notes and select the folder that I want to add this to. When I go back to the folder, you can see that my template's there. And if I click on September, Monday 9/1 entry is right there as well. Using Drive and Docs to communicate with parents is a simple, paperless way to communicate back and forth on a daily, weekly, or even monthly basis. Another interesting way to communicate with parents is via Google Slides. Inside my parent communication log binder, I'm going to create a new Google Slides presentation. I'm going to add a title to my presentation, and this slideshow is going to represent a 1-week snapshot of the student's work and behavior. To make it fun, I'm going to insert an image of a marble notebook. I'm going to do this just by doing a Google search in images. I'm going to click on the image to select it, and then click and drag it to be the background of my first slide. Next, I'm going to give it a title by inserting a text box here. Next, I'm going to create a new slide, and on that slide, I'm going to insert an image of notebook paper. Next, I'm going to insert a text box here. I'm going to fill the background with white. I'm going to copy it and then paste it 2 times. I'm going to click and drag my text boxes over my page. And add text. I've created another text box to put the date, and I'm going to leave an empty space here so I can insert pictures when need be. But my second slide is going to be the template, so I'm going to leave that blank. I'm going to right click on the slide and duplicate it. I'm actually going to duplicate it 7 times so that I have an entry for each day of the week. I'm going to start on slide 3. I can type my notes inside my text box. Insert a picture in the space below. If I want to do this again next week, I just have to go to File, make a copy of the slideshow, change the name, click OK, delete any slides I made last week, and then duplicate the template slide. I can start all over again on this new week. Since this slideshow is in the shared folder, parents can see it because the folder is shared with them. If you choose not to do that, you can also share the slideshow each week by clicking Share and sharing out via email or via a link. Once again, you can give parents editing privileges, viewing privileges, or the ability to comment. You can also share this with other colleagues or teachers for them to collaborate on. So here are just 2 ways you can use Google to put a spin on the traditional parent communication log. By going digital, you can communicate without paper in a simple, easy way.